Hey there folks, this is Josh, Stoney Ridge Farmer. Welcome back to the Farm Channel. This video has nothing to do with farming. This is a Stoney Ridge quick tips video for you guys. If you've ever got a nail or a screw in your tire and you don't want to take it to the tire shop and have it repaired, today we're going to quickly show you how to repair a nail or a screw hole in the tread pattern of your tire. And this is our little, I guess it's a 2003 Honda Element. You can hear the idle going, ram, ram, ram. Tune into a future video. We're gonna be making an adventure vehicle out of this critter right here. So these are fun little SUVs. It's all-wheel drive, gets good fuel economy, and it's gonna make an awesome adventure vehicle. So first thing we gotta do is get this screw out. There's a screw in here. If it was a nail, obviously you might just take a pair of pliers and pull it out. You could take a pair of pliers and pinch the head of the screw and twist it out, or use a screwdriver or a little DeWalt drill. So what we're gonna do is take the screw out, we're gonna clean the hole out a little bit, and we're gonna replace it with a plug. Stoney Ridge, Farm, Stoney Ridge, Stoney Ridge Farm. Woo! So folks, if this is your first time in the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel, welcome to the channel. We're on 150 acres here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina, and we're building a first generation farm. But along the way, we're living a real life, and real life things happen like this screw that's stuck in this tire right here. So I bought this critter for 1,100 bucks. Typically these things go for a lot more money. I bought it off a college student who had some problems with it, and he said he was just tired of it and he just didn't want to fool with it. It's got about 260,000 miles, so I bought it for a song. When I got it home, I trailered it home. When I got it home, I found that this tire kept going down. I couldn't figure out why the heck the tire was going down until I rolled it around and I found the screw. Let's get you in here a little closer. As you guys can see, plain as day, there is a screw in there. We've got a screwdriver. We just so happen to have the right tool to take the screw out. So all we're gonna do, if the head isn't worn off of a screw like this, you can just take a screwdriver, and this is a Klein 11-in-1. I love this screwdriver, but you can just take a screwdriver like this and simply unscrew it. And you can hear the air here in just a second kind of fizzling out of there. Now we could do it with a regular screwdriver, or we could use our DeWalt screw gun. I think this screw is going to be so small that it isn't going to matter. We're just going to take it out real quick. Now we've got to start moving with a little bit of haste. If this were a nail, I'd take a pair of pliers and I'd pull it out. This is a repair, and it could last for the life of the tire. But I do recommend that if you do this repair, that you make this a temporary repair and you take your tire into a tire dealership and let them patch it from the inside the proper way. A lot of people roll around with plugs in their tires and it does them just fine, but I recommend, and I'm no expert, but I recommend taking it in and they'll actually remove your plug, and they will put a patch on the inside behind where this screw was. So we've got to act pretty quickly here. I'm going to post links to all this stuff down the video description, but this is an indispensable tool to have around your house. This is a tire tackle, Slime brand tire tackle, and it's simply a 9-piece kit for repairing the tire. So first tool we're going to use, we're going to get our screw out, and we're going to take this little rough, it's kind of like a file, and we're going to go in there and we're going to file that surface. We're going to make it nice and rough. Then next thing we're going to do is we're going to take out one of these plugs. These little plugs are sticky, icky, sticky. So we'll take these little sticky plugs and we'll put them in the plugger. And that's the plugger. We'll show you how that loads up. These little plugs go right into the sticky, icky. Now there are a few things in here that you might want, might not need, but there's a tire pressure gauge for when you get done. You can check your tire pressure. Pretty simple stuff. We're gonna go ahead and preload this handle right here before we pull that screw out. So quickly we'll show you how to load up the tool that has the plug. I call it a plugger. I don't know what you call it. You guys let me know down there in the video description. So we'll take this little rubber piece, and again it's fairly sticky, and we're going to thread it through, and you'll see this head has a gap in there. So when we pull it out, it's going to pull right through the plug. So we'll get our plug in there. We'll just kind of feed it through the head of the needle. Once it gets in there, it's fairly easy. We'll get it right smack in the middle, or as best as we possibly can, like that. About a 50-50 split right there. We're gonna be jabbing this into that hole. So we're gonna take it with our fist. See how it's designed? we're gonna go wham and smack, and we're gonna pull it out basically. We won't go all the way in. We're just gonna go about that deep. I'll show you. Next step we gotta do, we gotta take this screw all the way out, and you're gonna hear the air fizzling out. There's a couple more tools that I recommend you get. This is a 4-way tire tool. It's for basically removing the center of your valve on your tire. So this, sometimes the center on your valve won't take air, and you can remove that and replace it with this little tool. Very handy stuff. Anyway, I'll post links to all this stuff down the video description after we get done. So if you guys want to do it yourself, you can. Rad. So here's our screw. Here's our screwdriver. Simply put, we're just gonna unscrew that. You're gonna hear him hissing. And that screw did not come from my house. Where is it? There it is. Right there. That didn't come from my house. You hear it hissing? That's why we need to kind of move a little fast. Now we're going to take this tool that's basically a file, and we're going to jab it in that hole back and forth a few times. Maybe. Get ready. This takes a little muscle. There we go. Now we're getting a lot more air out of there. We'll do it one more time. Woo! She's whipping air out of there now. And we're gonna take our plug, insert. Oh, and this is why we gotta make that hole a little bigger. Sometimes these are harder than others. Give it a little twist, a little push, a little twist. Okay, now you can see my plug is in. Okay, now we're gonna give it a snatch, and your tire is plugged. That's it. Pretty cool. You want to give it a little tug, make sure it's all good. That's it. Here's our plug, and we're going to take our plug, go one further step, and we're going to take, actually, this is a pair of lineman's pliers, but any cutting type plier should work, and we're just going to cut that right off, and that'll wear in right with the tire. So that's how you plug a tire. If you get a nail in your tire or screw in your tire, very, very simple. This is something everyone should keep either in their garage, in their shop, or in their junk drawer of their house. I'll post a link down below. On the farm here, we're constantly plugging tires, so constantly plugging and patching. What I'll do, that'll be a temporary fix, and we'll take this vehicle up to the tire store, have them pull the tire off, and we'll go ahead and have them patch it like they're supposed to. This little tool right here is really handy to have. I'll post links to all these. We call it a four-way tire valve tool, and then what we use on the farm all the time, I always keep extra plugs, so that's a big old pack of extra plugs. Cool, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little Stoney Ridge quick tip video. That there is how you plug a tire. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next time. Please jump in, pound the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you back here on the farm with me. All right?
Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.